Hey, guys, welcome back. Happy Tuesday. You know what that means. Today is Vanderpump Rules Season 9, Episode 2. Well, the episode is coming out tonight. So obviously, we'll be recapping that with Jason on his channel, Down with Jason tomorrow. And of course, this morning at 10 a.m., we will be talking about The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And then also at 11 a.m., 90 Day Fiancé. Right after that at 2 p.m., we're going live with Ronald Richards to share all about the behind the scenes of filming this new Jen Shah documentary. But as of right now, we're back to talk about the fact that Charlie Sheen has gone to court and told, well, Denise Richards, no, I am not paying you any more child support. We have all the details and more. But before we jump in, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. Because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so apparently Charlie Sheen's request from the court to stop paying Denise Richards any child support for their daughter, Sammy, well, it's been granted. As of now, nothing. Zero, zilch, she gets nothing. Denise Richards obviously is not going to be happy about this, and we have all the details about that because she's responding through a source that she didn't even know that this court date existed. She feels like Charlie Sheen obviously set this up and decided to make sure there was a date for her that she couldn't be available because she was out of town, out of the country filming for a TV show. Oh, this gets messy. Charlie Sheen said in an interview, I think what transpired today is extremely fair. It speaks not just to today, but it speaks historically to that same fairness. Okay. Now, Charlie Sheen filed a request through the court to change the child support arrangement between him and Denise back in December of 2019. So this has obviously been going on for quite some time. And when he did, it looks like she did not file any opposition work. And this is what was said by the judge, Alexander Giza, at Monday's hearing. Now, Charlie Sheen was in attendance for this hearing. Obviously, he shares Sammy and Lola with Denise Richards, and his attorney, Gregory Petrick, was also there. But from what we're hearing, Denise Richards did not show up. During the hearing, Petrick asked the judge to order a zero child support order for Denise Richards, meaning she gets absolutely nothing, zero zilch. And he was arguing that Charlie Sheen has had 100% custody of their girls since April. Now, he's saying girls, and I'm curious, is it Sammy and Lola, or is it just Sammy? Because we've only heard about Sammy, obviously, after she did her TikTok that went viral, claiming that a while back, she was in an abusive home. She hated school. There was a lot of pressure on her, and she wasn't doing the best. But she did update us on TikTok saying now she's dropped out of high school. She's getting her GED. She lives with her dad, and she's happier than ever. So obviously, if she's living with him full time and she's not seeing her mom, then of course he wouldn't have to pay child support for her. But again, I want to know about Lola. Now, getting back to Denise Richards, a source exclusively told Us Weekly that Denise Richards was working out of state during the hearing. She was working out of the state, and Charlie Sheen was well aware of that. The insider said that Denise was never served with the court date, claiming Charlie Sheen did this on purpose so she wasn't able to be there. We've seen her on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills before, where she has made it known, I don't like court dates. I don't like showing up to them. I don't like having to walk up the court steps and have all the press there. It's a nightmare. It's a media nightmare. And I don't want to go through this. So when they said she wasn't in attendance and she didn't file any opposition work, I was thinking in my head, oh, she's just like, here, you're right. You have custody of Sammy at this point. Take over. That's fine. But it doesn't seem like that's what she was thinking at all. The source also continued with the fact that Charlie Sheen filed over 2 years ago, and he kept pushing the court date back. Denise kept asking when the date was, and he would blow her off. Now, he pushed it off because he didn't want the records of the child support that he was paying Brooke Mueller, his ex, to impact the case after he agreed to pay them the exact same thing. The insider claimed that Charlie Sheen has not even paid Denise Richards in the past 4 years. No child support. So apparently, this side, on Denise's side, they're saying that he owes over 4 years. He's paid zero zit, nothing. And that same source is also saying Lola lives with Denise Richards when she's not filming, and the only time she's with Charlie is when Denise is out of town. However, on the other side, Charlie Sheen's attorney is claiming that he's been overpaying since April of 2021. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October. That's 7 months of back child support that he wants back at this point. And the attorney's claiming that Charlie Sheen set up a $1.2 million trust for his kids. So he's overcompensating at this point. Obviously, like we said, this ruling made headlines and came after Sammy decided to go to TikTok, and she shared a lot with us, especially the word abusive while living in a home. That struck chords with everyone. Everyone wanted to know, again, is this mentally, is it a mentally abusive situation? Is it a physically abusive situation? Is it emotionally abusive? Because abusive is such a strong word, and she's still underage. So people want to know, what does that word mean? Like, what category of abuse are we talking about? Because that is huge. However, now Charlie Sheen has shared that Sam is doing amazing and I love all of my children unconditionally. Next step, GED, here we come. And as of right now, we are having a ball. Obviously, when it comes to the conversation of Denise Richards and how she's doing, another source decided to talk with Us Weekly and said, Denise is just like any other divorced parent dealing with a rebellious teenage daughter. It's better for Sammy if Denise and Charlie were co-parenting her during this time. However, they are not. So she's just trying to keep her head up and move forward, continue to work and see what comes her way. But it doesn't look like Sammy wants anything to do with that relationship with her mom. I'm also wondering if it's because she doesn't like her stepdad. This is all speculation because we don't know anything. That same source was also saying that Sammy didn't like the boundaries that Denise set, that she obviously needed boundaries because she's still a child, and they allegedly don't receive those same boundaries with their father. So Sammy wanted to be rebellious. She didn't want rules. She didn't want curfews. And with Denise, they were really set in stone. Whereas over here with Charlie, they're saying that it's not the same thing. Mind you, I also lived in a split household. And when I would go over to my mom's house, I got to do whatever I wanted and I had the best time. And it was like being with my best friend. And then when I was at my dad's house, I felt like I was on lockdown 24/7. And it was a totally different situation. So I can see as a teenager where you're like, let me go live with mom or let me go live with dad, because you're going to have an easier time and be able to do whatever you want. I get exactly what she's thinking right now. Is it right? Not really. All right, guys, with that, I have so many questions to which I need so many answers. What do you guys think about this whole Denise Richards not getting any more child support anymore from Charlie Sheen? Do you think it's fair? And there's two sides to this story. One side is saying that Charlie Sheen hasn't paid in 4 years, and the other side is saying that he's been overpaying for 6-7 months. What side are you believing, and how do you think this will play out? Also, do you think Charlie has custody of both children, or is it just Sammy at this point? This is a lot of questions. I need answers. So go ahead and give me your unfiltered opinion. Also, with that, guys, I'll see you so very soon. Thank you so much for joining us today. And also happy Tuesday. Go out there, have a good time, stay safe, and don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. Because, well, you don't want to miss anything coming up, especially if you're at work. Tune in because work can be boring. Bye, guys.